What's up guys, Ruppy here bringing you my Week 7 team builder for the SAPL. My Columbus Swoo are still undefeated, and we are looking to hopefully try to keep that going one more week as we start to get into our long-awaited divisional rematches. Beginning with our old pal Liam and his Los Angeles Aggrons. Now, you might remember the last time we played that game, I kinda lucked out. Because, well, he made a very severe overprediction with his Manaphy, and I kind of took over the game from there. With any luck, we will not be having a repeat performance. Maybe this will actually be a much better showing for me, as opposed to that happening. So, I'm not going to go too in-depth into his team that you see sitting off to the right there, mostly because, with two exceptions, it's pretty much the same team from last time, so anything I could say about it is basically repeating what I said all the way back in Week 2 when we last faced him. As I said, there are two exceptions, however. He has made a couple of moves to help change his team up a little bit. He has dropped Dusclops and Serena, and in return, he now has Politoed and Sceptile. Now, him losing Dusclops is actually really good in my opinion for me, just because that's one less super bulky thing I need to try to figure out how to get rid of in order to be able to win this game if it were to surface. And Serena gives him one less option for a Rapid Spinner, although he does still have Hitmontop and Empoleon for hazard removal, so I guess overloading himself with hazard removers wasn't entirely necessary. Politoed brings Rain, which is a bit of a problem, solely because of the fact that it basically means not only are Manaphy's water attacks going to be stronger, there's also the factor of hydration, which means I can't try to seek out status conditions to try to deal with it if Politoed and Manaphy both come. Sceptile provides a whole different issue because of the fact that it's a fast grass type, and it's pretty powerful on both sides of the spectrum. Not to mention the horrifying realization that Sceptile's hidden ability, Unburden, is in fact legal as of the previous gen. So, yeah, this horrifyingly fast mon could get even faster if played correctly, and that could be very bad news for me. However, I think I found a way to be able to manage this team by using what I brought to the dance last time as a base and going from there. So I think this actually might end up being my shortest team builder because I'm not going to spend too much time on some of these. Let's just start with my first three brings here: Archangel, Bomb Track, and Quartz. For the simple fact that these are in fact the exact same sets I brought the last time I played him, and to be perfectly honest, I'm bringing them again because of how effective they are. Choice Scarf Landorus-Therian, do I really need to say anything more? It outspeeds all of his things. I'm able to hit everything hard, U-turn out if I need momentum in my favor. Quartz came in super clutch with that Manaphy misplay the last times, and if I play my cards right, maybe I could knock out Manaphy without having that scenario arise again. Archangel, this set is just so good against him. It was too tempting not to bring it. One agility, and that's endgame pretty much. It's the same strategy I have in mind last time. I didn't actually execute it last time. Maybe I can find an opening to execute it this time. And I'm really confident about bringing the same set on Bomb Track, for the simple fact that the last time Liam and I played, Druddigon didn't even get to see the field once. So even though he may have seen my team builder and realized that I may have this set, it doesn't actually mean he's actually had to face it and potentially have to contend with whatever it can do to him. Which, to be fair, it can actually do quite a bit to his team from a defensive standpoint, just slowly wearing things down. I think Bomb Track actually might get some more use in this battle because of some of the changes I did make, but we'll see how things play out. So I'm just going to go ahead and move straight into the three mons that do have some changes or are completely brand new. Starting with the other two mons that I did decide to bring back for this game, Laundry Day and Mystic. Laundry Day is pretty much, has a couple of changes to it. The first being that I switched around the EV spread. Last time I ran a relatively standard 7th gen set, which has kind of been my norm to some degree, I guess, where I had Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, Will-O-Wisp, and Pain Split with only 200 defense EVs and everything else going into speed. This time I'm going max defense and put a little bit into special defense as well, just to try to help really check his physical attackers, and also try to hopefully maybe take a hit from Manaphy if it's not if his Manaphy's packing Energy Ball, that could be a problem. But in any other scenario, the 8 special defense EVs will definitely help in giving Laundry Day some longevity to hopefully beat down the Manaphy a bit. The other change I made is I swapped out Pain Split because I started to realize Liam, I don't think, is actually going to play into a point where I would actually feel comfortable Pain Splitting. Because, as last time clearly showed me, if he has an opening, he will set up and he will try to make giant holes in my team. And I'm not expecting that game plan to change, except maybe holding off a bit on the excessive setup, considering it kind of cost him last time. So, to rectify the problem, I swapped out Pain Split and instead went with Hidden Power Ice, so I don't get an exact repeat scenario of what happened the last time Laundry Day and his Salamence danced. This time, if he tries to set up on me, I can blast it with a Hidden Power Ice and then go from there. Last time proved that even without a burn on Salamence, I can still live a Dragon Claw from it, even at +1, and I can go from there. And part of me is really expecting him to potentially pack a Lumberry this time, expecting me to try to Will-O-Wisp that thing once again. That's what crippled Salamence the last time, and I wouldn't be surprised if he prepared accordingly, since Laundry Day is probably my best answer to Salamence, in all honesty. Bomb Track really does not want to take any hits because of the Dragon typing. Dragon being weak to itself, of course. Mystic is a bit of a different story, however. Mystic's had quite a few more changes. The EV spread's the same. I went ahead and changed the item from Assault Vest to Leftovers to be able to help get a bit of extra longevity in there. The main change, however, is in the moves. Psyshock and Moonblast are coming back, but instead of Grass Knot and Thunderbolt, I just decided to consolidate into one solid joint option in Energy Ball, and instead I'm running Calm Mind. This thing is basically my Manaphy killer. I'm going to throw that out there right now. If I don't get Zapdos set up beforehand, partially because of the fact that I would think he would prepare accordingly because of how much problems Zapdos gave him last time. If he prepares overwhelmingly for Zapdos, I think that's really going to open a door for Mystic to come in and make him pay. Because once his physical attackers are out of the picture, a couple Calm Minds and really just one Calm Mind, his team's not going to be doing much to me, and I will be able to pretty much flatten everything that Mystic will be able to either outspeed or is a special attacker on his end. I have the coverage necessary to be able to not only abuse Stab, but also just punch giant holes in his team this way. And a +3 Manaphy versus a +1 specially defensive, basically +1 special attack and special defense on Mystic against his Manaphy with a Tail Glow up at +3. I will be able to eat a hit from this thing. And then from there, one Energy Ball will be able to completely destroy it. Mystic is designed basically to make sure Manaphy does not set up on me, and if it does, I'll still be able to eat the hit and respond accordingly. Even if he does somehow get up to +3 with a Tail Glow, unless he's packing Hydro Pump on it, and I rarely see Manaphy's running Hydro Pump, I'm honestly not even sure if it actually learned Hydro Pump. As sad as that's gonna sound, I can still eat a +3 hit from that thing, barring a crit and barring the rain being up. Which is one reason why Politoed may potentially become an issue. But I have a feeling if he pulls what happened last time, Manaphy will come in on Mystic, try to set up on me, I can set up right alongside him, and then proceed to kind of yank the momentum away from him the hard way. Now, I have one last Mon. You might recall the last time I played this game, I brought Pangoro, and Pangoro certainly put in a nice amount of work. I decided to leave Monokuma on the bench this week, however, because there is a Mon sitting on my bench that I have not used all season. It would have come in week 5 had my game with the Chicago Beartics had played, but that was not the case. So instead, I'm giving this Mon its chance to shine this week at long last. So, on a very belated note, allow me to formally introduce you all to Deadeye, my Decidueye. The Mon that never misses, the Robin Hood clone, wearing its dark winged cloak, whatever it wants to refer to that as. I was a bit iffy on this, but I decided Deadeye deserved a shot, because honestly, with the set I'm bringing, I think I might actually be able to deal with a lot of his Mons in a very unconventional fashion. I'm going max HP, max special defense, 4 HP in 4 EVs in attack. Spirit Shackle and Leaf Blade are really the only offensive moves I need. There are some Mons that they don't do a whole lot to. But with Hazen Substitute as well, the plan is to sub up on a Mon that's going to either switch in on me, if I can force a switch, or potentially even try to set up on me, get a free hit off on it, or just use Haze to remove the boosts. With Spirit Shackle, I'll be able to trap a Mon in with me, so Deadeye can slowly whittle it away, or allow me an easy switch into something that I know can handle it. Leaf Blade is there, obviously, for his army of water Pokemon, the Manaphy, the Politoed, to some degree the Empoleon as well. And it's also just a very solid attacking option in general. I think Deadeye is going to be a, not so much a star this game, but it's definitely going to cause a few headaches for him, I feel. Because, depending on how he preps for this game, I think I might be able to pull off a few surprises, and I think this Decidueye set is definitely going to be one of them. Especially since not a lot of people would probably expect Substitute on what's easily a more defensive set in any other scenario. So that is going to do it for me this time around. I know, much shorter team builder, but there's not much for me to talk about in regards to his team, and my team to some degree is kind of unchanged. But I think it's going to work a second time if I basically just play this game. Same strategy, different approach, I guess, once the game actually gets started. But we'll see for sure how well that works out for me when the battle actually begins. So thank you guys so very much for watching. I've been Ruppy, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.